Hackney councillors are due to vote at the end of the month on whether a nighttime levy should be introduced in the borough. The levy was created by the government in 2011 under the Police Reform and Social Responsibility Act. It could mean that businesses that sell alcohol after midnight may have to pay the council up to £1,500 a year. This money would go towards putting more police and street cleaners in areas with a vibrant nightlife. But the Association of Licensed Multiple Retailers, who represent many of these venues in the borough, say it could negatively affect businesses in the area.
It's an unnecessary tax on businesses that are a vital part of the thriving economy that makes up Hackney, Shoreditch, and gives it the colourful character that people come to visit and attracts them. It is a significant additional cost to those businesses that trade later, and for some it might mean the differences between staying open and closing at an earlier time. It's 4 times the amount of their annual licence fee, so it's a significant annual cost. A real worst case scenario is that we'll lose the diversity and vibrancy of the nighttime economy because only the largest companies and largest size venues will be able to afford an additional tax of over £1,000 a year just to stay open. So our small neighbourhood cafes, restaurants, community pubs and bars, which make Hackney such a vibrant place to live, work and go out, might close down or shut their doors earlier.
One business that could be affected is the Stoke Newington Tea House. Its owner said a levy will have far-reaching implications than just an extra cost to the business.
At the moment we employ about 18 people at the site. 2 of those are working after the hours of midnight, and potentially those jobs will have to go. We're going to lose jobs that are there for young people, and these are jobs where people actually do have meaningful careers and they're developing into management roles where they're going to have a future in front of them and they won't have those opportunities anymore. And that can be magnified not just across our own site, but the hundreds of other sites in the actual borough itself. Pubs already pay a higher business rate than retail and office space do, so we're already penalised for being open late, and I think we all agree that we have to make a contribution to the local area. We pay more than a Sainsbury's at one of our sites. And let's remember as well, these supermarkets sell more alcohol, and that consumption of alcohol is unregulated. So when people come and drink with us, we regulate the drinking and we make sure people behave themselves and there aren't any problems. We then end up with high street supermarkets whereby people can go in and they end up drinking on the street, and that creates an even more magnified problem for the area because there's no one looking after or supervising those people.
Campaigners worry that if the levy is imposed, it would mean business owners will be forced to change the way they work, either by closing earlier or closing altogether.